Hello everyone, how are you? I hope everyone is doing well in spite of everything that we are going through. This is Rinky Azuelo and I am about to report my chosen topic, which is the raven. But before anything else, I am so sorry for my voice today. This is the result of too much stress, I think, doing all the school stuff, primarily the research. I know you all guys can relate to that. So much from that. Let us now jump to the purpose of this video. And now I will be discussing about The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe. But first, let me introduce to you who is Edgar Allan Poe. Edgar Allan Poe was an American writer, poet, editor, and a literary critic. Poe is best known for his poetry and short stories, particularly his tales of mystery and the macabre. Alright, I will now read his one famous poem, which is The Raven. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary over many quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while nodded nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. Only this and nothing more. Distinctly I remember, it was in the bleak December, and each separate dying ember rubbed its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished the morrow, vainly I had sought to borrow from my books of misery sorrow for the lost Lenore, for the rare and radiant maiden whom the angels name Lenore, nameless here forevermore. And the silken, sad, uncertain rustling of its purple curtain thrilled me, filled me with fantastic terror never felt before. So that now, to still the beating of my heart, I stood repeating, "'Tis some visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door. Some late visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door. This it is, and nothing more." Presently my soul grew stronger, hesitating then no longer. "Sir," said I, "or Madam, truly your forgiveness I implore. But the fact is I was napping, and so gently you came rapping, and so faintly you came tapping at my chamber door, that I scarce was sure I heard you. Here I opened wide the door. Darkness there, and nothing more." Deep into the darkness peering, long I stood there wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no mortal ever dared to dream before. But the silence was unbroken, the stillness gave no token, and the only word there spoken was a whispered word, "Lenore." This I whispered, and an echo murmured back the word, "Lenore." Merely this, and nothing more. Back into the chamber, turning all my soul within me burning, soon again I heard a tapping somewhat louder than before. "Surely," said I, "surely that is something at my window lattice. Let me see then what strength is, and this mystery explore. Let my heart be still a moment, and this mystery explore. 'Tis the wind, and nothing more." Open here I flung the shutter, when with many flirt and flutter, in there stepped a stately raven of the saintly days of yore. Not the least obeisance made he, not a minute stop or stayed he, but with mien of lord or lady perched above my chamber door, perched upon a bust of Pallas just above my chamber door, perched and sat, and nothing more. Then this ebony bird beguiling my sick fancy into smiling, by the grave and stern decorum of the countenance it wore. Though thy crest be shorn and shaven, though I said art shorn of raven, ghastly grim and ancient raven, wandering from the nightly shore, tell me what thy lordly name is on the night's Plutonian shore. Quoth the raven, "Nevermore." Much I marveled this ungainly foe, to hear this course of flame, though it's not answer little meaning, little relevancy bore. For we cannot help agreeing that no living human being ever yet was blessed with seeing bird above his chamber door, bird or beast upon the sculpture past above his chamber door, with such name as Nevermore. But the raven sitting lonely in the placid past spoke only that one word, as if his soul in that one word he did outpour. Nothing farther than he uttered, not a feather than he fluttered. Still I scarcely more than muttered, "Other friends have flown before. In the morrow he will leave me, as my hopes have flown before." And the birds said, "Nevermore." Startled at the stillness broken by reply so aptly spoken, doubtless, said I, what it utters is its only stock in store. Quote from some unhappy master, home unmerciful disaster, followed fast and followed faster till his songs one burden bore, till the dirge of his hope that melancholy burden bore. But the raven still beguiling all my fancy into smiling, straight I wheeled the caution seat in front of bird and bastion door. Then upon the velvet sinking, I betook myself to linking fancy unto fancy, thinking what this ominous bird of yore, what this grim and gaily ghastly goat and ominous bird of yore, meant in croaking nevermore. This I sat engaged in guessing, but no syllable expressing to the fall whose fiery eyes now borne into my bosom core. This and more I sat divining, with my head at ease reclining in the cushions velvet lining that the lamplight gloated o'er, but whose velvet violet lining with the lamplight gloating o'er, she shall present nevermore. Then methought the air grew denser, perfume from an incense censer swung by seraphim whose footfalls tinkled on the tufted floor. Wretch, I cried, thy God hath lent thee by these angels they hath sent thee respite dependable from thy memories of Lenore. Quaff, O quaff this kindly penny, and forget this lastly more. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Prophet, said I, thing of evil, prophet, still if bird or devil, whether tempter sent or whether tempter stoves thee here ashore. Desolate, yet all undaunted, in this deserty land enchanted, on this home by honor haunted, tell me truly, I implore. Is there balm in Gilead? Tell me, I implore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Prophet, said I, thing of evil, prophet, still if bird or devil, by the heaven that bends above us, by that God we both adore. Tell this soul with sorrow laden, if within this distant Eden it shall clasp in sainted maiden, whom the angels name Lenore. Cast a race in radiant maiden, whom the angels name Lenore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Be that word or sign of parting, bird or fiend, a shriek upstarting, get thee back into tempest in the night's Plutonian shore. Leave no black loam as a token of that light thy soul hath spoken, leave my loneliness unbroken, quit the past above my door. Take thy break from out my heart, and take thy from out my door, quoth the raven, nevermore. And the raven, never fleeting, still is sitting on the pallid bust of palace just above my chamber door. And his eyes have all the seeming of a demon's that is dreaming, and the lamplight of him streaming throws his shadows on the floor. And my soul from out the shadow that lies floating on the door shall be lifted nevermore. So that was The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe. Do you understand the poem? So I have here possible question, and we're going to answer this one by one. The first one is, why did Edgar Allan Poe write The Raven? In his essay, The Philosophy of Composition, Poe stated that he chose to focus the poem on the death of a beautiful woman because it is unquestionably the most poetical topic in the world. He hoped The Raven would make him famous, and in the same essay stated that he purposely wrote the poem to appeal both. That's it. Second, what is the main message of The Raven? The main theme of Edgar Allan Poe's narrative poem The Raven are devotion, loss, and lingering grief that cannot be diminished. What is the raven symbol of? Because of its black plumage, croaking call, and diet of carrion, the raven is often associated with loss and ill omen, yet its symbolism is complex. As a talking bird, the raven also represents prophecy and insight. Ravens in stories often act as psychopomps, connecting the material world into the world of spirit. That's scary. Why does the raven say nevermore? Allan Poe's oft-repeated theme emphasizes the importance of memory. Because life consists of continuous loss, Poe uses evermore because loss will always be part of life. Nevermore, because we can never hold on to what we have or who we love. That makes sense. Why is The Raven so popular? The Raven is very popular because it encapsulates the feeling of despair from losing something very close to you. People can also relate to this story because it allows the readers to follow a character through drastic changes, possibly changes that they are going through themselves. The last one, what does the poem Raven mean? He decided in a raven which is considered equally capable of speech as a parrot because it matched the intended tone of a poem. Poe said that the raven is meant to symbolize mournful and never-ending remembrance. So that's it. That was my video report about The Raven of Edgar Allan Poe. I hope you guys have understand what it is all about and can get a life lesson that can be used in the near future. This is Ringy Azuelo leaving you this quote from Edgar Allan Poe. We love with a love that was more than love. Thank you everyone. Keep safe.